Hi, welcome everyone to PopCultX episode 187. Once again, this week we're doing the official, unofficial guide to Project Runway, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's get things going. Danny, how are you?
I am well, although I think I need to stop picking contestants that I like because
You're not doing so well.
it's like a kiss of death, maybe.
Just keep it to yourself and don't let anyone know.
Well, maybe I'll pick those that I want gone as my new favorites, right? So,
Yeah.
and I say that in all jokings aside, but Joseph McCrae was the one that the contestants decided themselves to vote off.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I mean, I definitely felt that he was one of the two that was going to go home. It was either him or Miss Joan. I didn't think that Antonio deserved to go home. So I thought it was going to be one or the other. I probably would have voted Joan out based off of her look, but they decided to go with Joseph. His thoughts were that they went for the stronger competitor and they were getting rid of the competition. I don't necessarily think that's true because he hasn't been winning any of the competitions.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that they wanted to get rid of him. I think that they felt that his designs weren't up to par for that week.
True. I think though, and I say this, I was upset that he left over Joan.
Yeah.
Although then they did give Joan more space to tell her story.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt bad about wanting her to go home.
Yeah.
Because they told her story a little more. She's a cancer survivor. And she was initially supposed to be on Project Runway when she was diagnosed with cancer. So now, and she beat it. Now she's coming full circle. And I thought that was really cool. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I feel bad for wanting her to go home now. But so kudos to her for sticking it out and following her passion, even through all that adversity.
Yeah. I think, I mean, everyone has their backstory. I'm sure Joseph had a story to tell.
Yeah, that's true.
And there was one contestant that was particularly upset that he was voted out. She said that she was really mad. I forget her name. She's
Madeline.
Yeah, Madeline. I'm not a fan of hers. Like, I think her style and her aesthetic is just really boring. We'll get into that a little bit later when we get talking about this week's competition. But she was really upset, and Christian Siriano kind of called her out on that and said, you look like you're upset. What's going on? And she's like, well, I'm really mad that Joseph went home. And he's like, why? This is a competition. One way or the other, only one person's going to win.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, why are you upset? And I think that I really appreciated that he did that because I think it's kind of silly to be so upset that someone in a competition has gone home that you're going to have to beat. I get that they became friends and that they were homies or whatever, but at the end of the day, that's one less person that you have to beat in order to win. If you're not there to win, just go ahead and go home.
That's a very good point. Very good point. And you're right. He dropped some pearls of wisdom this week. I think not just to her, but to other contestants during his consults and whatnot. But yeah, you're right. She did get very upset, and I don't know if it was just because if it was just maybe she felt guilty. I think is the biggest thing is that she didn't do more to stand up for him.
I don't know. She tried to recognize her tears and she started crying and she did all of that. So I think she did the most that she could. But at the end of the day, it's a competition.
Yeah.
Only one person's going to win. Why are you upset that one person's leaving? Like, someone had to leave, right? Like, why not Joan? Why aren't you upset that Joan possibly or Antonio? So it was just kind of silly to me. Like,
yeah,
they know each other for like what now, like 3 weeks, if that, to be that upset about someone. But this week is kind of an interesting competition. revisiting their looks from the last week. So their unconventional challenge, and they're having to be inspired by that and create a runway look based off of their inspiration from their previous week's look. So a lot of the people feel like they're kind of screwed because they didn't do so well. Uh, and I agree with them. Like it's kind of a challenge for them to use that as an inspiration. Madeline is one of them because she hated her look,
Hmm.
and how is she going to draw inspiration from that? So it's kind of an interesting challenge this week.
Yeah, I thought it was clever. I mean, I thought it was really cool that they had to take their use their unconventional materials challenge as inspiration or create a companion piece for it. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. So kind of another drama that kind of ensued is everyone is still sort of upset that Antonio and Jesus have each other to rely on. I'm kind of over it. I am of the feeling is like, okay, it is what it is. Yes, it is an advantage to have your brother in the competition with you. They rely on each other. They're there to comfort each other. So it is an advantage. But there's nothing stopping you from building that relationship from one of the other competitors. And the reason why, some people could say, well, that's their competitor. They're not going to want to help each other out. Well, okay, but like other reality shows have people that form alliances and help each other out until the end. So if you saw someone like Ethan and Joan say like, "Oh, let's make it to the top two and then we'll battle it out." They could do that. There's nothing stopping them from being like, "Oh, are you done with your garment? I can help you sew. That doesn't look good. Let me help you edit." There's absolutely nothing stopping them from doing that. So I kind of am like over them complaining about it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's silly, but I think the biggest complaint, and I understand their complaint, is that they're not just people who met 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They have a lifetime of collaboration.
Mhm.
So it seems like it's unfair in that regard. So I get that. And
Yeah.
but I kind of like what VJ did to them in a little bit and kind of like threw that challenge. Hey, how about you guys challenge yourself and not collaborate for 1 week and see what happens? Prove that you're worthy of it by on your own.
Yeah, she definitely thought she was clever in that moment by trying to like issue that challenge to them. Um, I don't think that it's really helping Antonio out having Jesus in his corner. Like he's falling in the bottom three like
Hmm.
consistently. Like it's really helping him. Like
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
doing his own thing. So and his aesthetic is definitely different from Jesus. So
Hmm.
I don't really know. I mean, it is an advantage, but it's like, I don't know, just kind of get over it. Their continued beef with VJ is going on strong.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, it is what it is. But so they all started getting designing. Some of them were like having more trouble than the others. Madeline was one of the ones that definitely was having issue. And then Jesus, oddly enough, even though he has his brother there, was sort of like falling down and
Yeah.
like that he
Yeah.
was down in the dumps, that he didn't have any energy, that he's just really tired, lack of sleep, and that he really couldn't get up enough energy to finish this, that he just was not motivated or inspired. So you have that this week.
Yeah, that it seemed like I think I remember a couple of them feeling that way. Like it was just like the back to back to back, 1 day challenges, and they were just over it,
Yeah.
so to speak. And I mean, I can imagine how hard it must be to have to be constantly creating these styles each and every. How long are they between challenges? Is it a week or is it daily or what?
I think it's daily.
So that must be really tough.
Yeah. And
That's
they're
taxing,
not getting any sleep. So
right?
I mean, reality shows are hard. People think that I think that they're easy and it's all fake and whatever, but they really put them through the ringer. I mean, they
Yeah,
get a lack of sleep. They're really under the gun. There's a lot of pressure. Um, but it is what they signed up for. So
yeah, that's true. They're there for the big payout, not only at the end of the show, but also the fame they get from being on it. So
yeah. Was there anyone's look that you're sort of were excited to see on the final runway? Like anyone while they were kind of uh creating their looks that you're like, oh, they're going to do really well this week?
The only one who I really enjoyed, I think, was VJ's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think her first of all, her unconventional challenge look was one of my favorites with the shuttlecocks.
yeah.
And then just laugh how they all just laughed whenever they said that word. So they just kept saying it over and over again, so they got it all out of their system. Um, but then the way she translated that to the actual material, I thought was really cool, all hand sewn. So I was really excited to see that one, and it did hold up. So
Yeah. I also felt that Jesus did a really good job. Like his unconventional challenge was a really well designed
yeah,
look. And then his inspired by look was also really well. Although he got ripped to filth by Nina Garcia, he basically got accused of plagiarism, of copying Ethan with the red stripe down the
hmm
back. I mean, I was watching it with my husband Doug, and he said the same thing. He was like, "Oh, that really looks like Ethan's. Like, I think he's copying him." I don't necessarily think he copied it. I think that it's like a coincidence that like it looks very similar, but I don't necessarily think that it's like plagiarism. Like,
plagiarism was a pretty heavy word. I think. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was more coincidence. Maybe it wasn't a subconscious, that oh yeah, that red stripe was cool, and he decided to use it. I don't know, but his look when I just first saw it was just like blah, meh. But then
yeah,
when the model turned around and that red stripe appeared, I was like, oh wow, that's really cool.
yeah. And I think that it's hard because there's a lot of times when I see looks on there, BJ's actually being one of them, where I feel like previous, well-known designers have done things that are very similar.
Yeah,
It's like, are they drawing inspiration from that? Are they like plagiarizing, or are they just inspired by and kind of doing their own twist on it? Um, there have been seasons of Project Runway where I've been like a specific designer. I'm like, they're doing straight out of another designer's book, like
yeah,
for look, and they don't get called out on it. So it's kind of interesting that she decided to call Jesus out on it. I mean, her words were very strong this week. She was not a fan of his decisions, I guess, if you will. Heidi and the other judges didn't feel the same, but Nina was definitely had some strong words for him.
yeah, and that maybe because it was so fresh,
Yeah,
just a couple weeks ago, or days ago, or depending upon how long it was from when Ethan did it to this, it was really fresh in the mind.
yeah.
So that could be it.
What were your thoughts about Ethan's look? He was also in the top three.
At first, I didn't like it.
Yeah, same.
I was like, "What is this?" Then when they got to the judging and to do an explanation more, and they took off the scarf thingy, and they
Mhm.
had that turtleneck, like the collar thing, whatever it was. Then it started to grow on me. I liked it more.
That's exactly word for word like the way I felt. When it first came out, I was like another drapey like cape. Like I
hmm
think he tries to have like these really big moments.
Yeah.
He really needs to edit himself down because it's
hmm
working against him.
hmm
When they edited it and took off the scarf, it looks so much better,
Yeah.
and like the small details really popped. I think that there was like this like little fabric that he used to cover the breast, and then like behind the butterfly
Yeah.
that looked really cool, and then the neck detail, um and it ended up looking really cool, but that's like after the fact, like you
Yeah.
already decided to send it down the runway with this scarf. So he definitely, I think that's a lesson for him, is you've got to edit yourself. Like you know, stop trying to have like these big grandiose moments.
hmm
You can have those moments in a more subtle way.
Yeah. And that's a lot of designers have that issue of editing, right? So it's something they learn, I think, as the show goes along, and hopefully he will as well, because he's becoming a favorite of mine. So, well, I shouldn't say that. Sorry.
The stamp of doom.
Sorry. No, but I do like his styling. It is growing on me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really good. The bottom three were what, Antonio, who else?
Antonio, Madeline, and Balina. Is that her name?
Yeah,
Is that how you say her name? Balina? I think, yeah, Belania.
Melania.
Belania. There you go. So
She's
Antonio,
someone that
Belania,
I
and
was sort of
Madeline.
rooting for, and like I have it on record that like I was like, look out for her, and then she won. Was a little disappointed this week by her.
Okay.
First, by her actual design, I thought was not attractive at all. It was a weird flamenco type
Yeah.
design, very Carmen Miranda, like I think La Roche said.
Yeah.
Then she had the excuse of, well, like my model canceled on me, so I had to edit it. But that wasn't the issue. Like the issue wasn't the fit. The issue was like the actual design.
Hmm.
And then she tried to say, well, like she designed it so that it could fit a bigger girl and make her look good, which is admirable. But at the end of the day, like every week they keep learning this is like, do you like don't
Yeah.
design for anyone else. Don't design for the designers or for the judges. Don't design for the other designers. Don't design for the model. Design the look that you want to go down the runway that speaks to what your aesthetic is,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And she kind of took a page out of Antonio's playbook and was giving attitude. And Law Roach kind of called her out and was like, what's going on? Like, you're being really rude. You're being very dismissive. You're rolling your eyes, your body language, like, what's going on? And she was like, she's trying to keep composed. And she's like, you're right. Like, I guess I am being rude, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. She did acknowledge it. Yeah, that's true.
She didn't apologize, but she acknowledged it. So,
Hmm.
um, that it's not a good look when designers do that. I mean, they're on here to receive critique and to kind of grow by it and go on to the next week if they're so lucky to not be kicked off and improve and keep growing. And so I hope that she does that and has a learning moment. Hopefully she doesn't get kicked off this week based off of her look and what she's her attitude. But yikes. Antonio kind of did more of the same too. He kind of had an attitude. He said it was bullshit that
Hmm.
at the
Hmm.
bottom. He was, Heidi liked his, so like he kind of focused on the fact that Heidi enjoyed his look, but was kind of like eyes rolling too. And Madeline, I mean, she just deserves to be in the bottom.
Yeah, she kind of was like, "You're fair enough. I accept it. You're right." Which is, what else can you say when you know your stuff's bad at that time, right?
Yeah. Like even just if you judge them by how what they wear, I don't know if she creates the like blouse that she was wearing this week, like
Hmm.
in her interview, but she looks like she's from like Little House on the Prairie. Like sure, the outfit is so outdated, like so old fashioned. Her hair with like the braid in her hair, she literally looks like she's from like Little House on the Prairie, which like I don't see how that's like high fashion.
Well, yeah, she never claims to be high fashion. She's more pulling from that time period, I think, more period piece type thing. So,
I don't know. Like I feel like Project Runway is there to kind of get like the next star of fashion, like moving fashion forward. Like Nina sort of said that with Bologna, right?
hmm.
Like you're young, you're hip, you're supposed to be
Yeah,
doing
that's true. Hmm.
what's like futuristic, like where's fashion going? Well, then here you have Madeline that's like, where is she taking fashion? Like what is she doing to move fashion forward? Um I don't see it. I'm really not a big fan. I hope she kind of gets kicked off next week, um, because I'm just like kind of over her defeated attitude, like her
Yeah, that's true.
somber look. Um, it's like every week, it's like something that she's not in her wheelhouse, yet she signed up for the show. And I mean, the expectation is not that you're going to come on the show and do something from your collection every single week, right? Like you're going to be challenged to be creative and to do something
Hmm.
fits
Hmm.
the challenge for the week. Uh,
Hmm.
it's sort of surprising that like more people don't come in more prepared for that, like in their mental space. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to do something that I'm uncomfortable with or is like
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
box for me, because they know that they're gonna have to do that. If you, especially if they've seen any previous
yeah, that's
episodes
true.
of Project Runway, it's like you kind of know what to expect. There's gonna be, challenges that challenge you as a designer, and you're going to have to step up. So I don't know. I think that she might be the one to go.
She might be.
Yeah, she might. I think Antonio's saving grace might be Heidi because she really liked his looks. She was like that she could see, someone wearing that. I really liked his unconventional jacket.
Right.
I thought that was cool. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say all of the looks were necessarily cool. I didn't notice. Did he change the boots, the jean boots
He
with?
did. They weren't wearing. Yeah, they weren't wearing the jean boots anymore. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, so I think he might be saved by Heidi. Plus, the producers love the storyline of like the two twins. I'm sure we're going to get an episode where they have to battle each other in the bottom to see who goes home. Like that definitely is being built up. Like they're going to have to fight each other. There's no way that the producers aren't going to have that happen. Uh, so
I guess.
I think that it's either going to be between Melania and um, Madeline.
I guess this will show who has more pull on the show itself, right?
Right.
Heidi or Nina, because Nina hated Antonio's look.
Yeah.
He,
Well, I think like if you just look at it like numbers wise, like there's four judges. If three of them are like he has to go and one says stay, and then you have Madeline and all four of them say she has to go, then she has to go.
yeah, that's
So like
true.
she
Yeah,
at
I see
least
what you
has
mean.
one vote that we know is like he should stay.
Yeah,
There could be more. Like Law Roach could still be like, oh, he should stay. I didn't love the look, but he should stay over Madeline. We don't know where they
yeah,
stand.
that's true.
But we do know that like Heidi's in his corner.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right in that the producers like the drama with
Yeah.
him there, and that's his saving grace, I think.
Yeah. I did I think Nina was like that she basically was saying that she questions his abilities.
Yeah.
Like his the
Why are you even still? How did you even make it this far? I think she said, yeah.
and like the execution of the garments, like the actual construction of them is poor. Uh, I feel like he's more of a stylist than possibly a designer or like a tailor. Like
Yeah.
he can put looks together. Like I get what he's trying to do. Like and I see it, and I am a fan of that particular type of aesthetic, but I don't know if he necessarily is the designer to do it. Like to actually execute the looks that
Yeah.
are in his head. One example of that is that his top was asymmetrical, but it was just like ever so slightly asymmetrical. So it's like, was
It
that a
was an
mistake,
accident. Yeah.
or was it really supposed to be asymmetrical? So like, if you're going to do it, like let it be asymmetrical and let it be obvious that that was a choice,
Hmm.
versus it being an accident.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind him going on this episode just
Yeah,
because I think I've had enough of him. Who said it? Someone said it's just like all smoke and mirrors, right?
yeah,
For him. And I think that's true. And I think you hit on the head there saying that he's more of a stylist than a tailor or a designer,
yeah,
even though his styling options have been questioned repeatedly. So,
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and that's valid. Like, I think La Roche definitely has a better eye than him, and he's a more experienced stylist.
mhm.
But, but I understand the aesthetic that he's going for. Like, I think that it's like a very modern, like alt kind of style, like the girl that he would style or design for. Um, but I think that his brother is definitely the stronger designer in the family.
Yeah.
His skills are much better. But we'll see. I mean, we have a lot of people still in the competition, so we still have a lot of ways to go. There, who was safe? Yu Chen and Miss Joan,
Yeah.
which Joan did a really great job with the tailored suit that she did. That was
Hmm.
kind of like
Hmm.
her saving grace. I wasn't a fan of that soccer ball inspired look that Yu Chen did with like the big cape. Like I'm kind of over these long flowing capes. Like I don't, it, I don't, not feeling them, but they, he was safe, and so was Jones. So
So it was okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
so in the middle. So, So yeah, so we have a lot to go. We saw sort of a preview of what's to come next week is going to be streetwear, which is going to be
That's
interesting.
true. Hmm.
If Madeline advances, I'm really curious to see how she's going to do streetwear, like Little House on the Prairie, straight from Compton, kind of streetwear, like Little House on the Prairie meets Brooklyn. Like I don't know how she's going to be able to do that.
Make a bonnet and turn it backwards, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I will be very surprised. Which, unfortunately, that would have been like Joseph McCrae's like design
Wheelhouse, yeah.
done really well with that, and it would have been really cool to see what he would have done with it. So, um, yeah, so we'll see what happens next week and where the chips fall for the bottom three designers. I'm still not loving this whole wait for next week
Yeah.
to find out who leaves. It's just the editing's so weird. It's like, okay, they're gone. Anyway, now moving forward with
Right, right,
this week's
right.
challenge. It's just like I think that if it ended with them going home, it would be so much better.
Yeah, I still agree with you. It'd be more of a complete, I mean, I get the whole come back next week to find out,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. So anyway, our viewers, our listeners, please let us know what you think. Did the right person go home? Was Joseph McCrae the right choice? Should it have been someone else? Who are you rooting for? Whose team are you on? Who do you want to see advance to the next round and ultimately be crowned the winner of Project Runway? Let us know your thoughts in our comments, and make sure you subscribe and like. We would very much appreciate that. So until next week, thank you very much. Have a good week.
Bye, everyone.